Each computer game leaves its mark on the heart of the player, unique and recognizable mark. The stories with a well-developed plot, detailed characters, and action are the most touching. But despite the fact that many games are very deeply developed and varied, not all players play different options. Personally, I always go through all the games, making decisions based on my own worldview, intuition and values. In games with variable endings or branching quests, this is immediately reflected in the path of the character's development. Under my guidance, he becomes definitely kind and slightly gullible. Yes, I'm constantly helping NPCs and can't get past someone else's misfortune, that this may be a trap. In certain cases, I am ruthless to the enemy. But recently I started trying to replay my favorite games, playing them completely differently. For example, if earlier in Stalker Call of Pripyat I helped the loners and the Freedom Fraction, now I'm more often on the side of bandits or the duty, and this often opened up another experience. At first, of course, it is not comfortable, and your whole gut protests. You cannot believe that you will go against your fellows right now. But in this way, you discover new dialogues, some quest branches, and other in-game content. For example, only a few years after the passage, I found out that the mission with the deal of the bandits, mercenaries, and the manager of the duty warehouse, nicknamed Morgan, can be completed not only on the side of loners who want to disrupt the deal, but also on the side of the organizers of this deal. The first way to pass this mission is to help bandits. To protect them on the deal, you must first complete the quest to attack the S.T.A.L.K.E.R ship with their group. After that, the Sultan, the leader of the bandits in the Skadovsk camp, will have a proposal to protect the deal. We agree to his proposal, we come to the forestry, and then we participate in a tough shootout of all against all. The other way is to protect Morgan and the mercenaries. In order to open this quest line, you need to immediately talk to the Sultan about the attack on Shevchenko when you first visit Skadovsk. After talking with the Sultan, we tell Beard, trader, that an attack is being prepared on Shevchenko. But we refuse to help the loners. After that, just ignore the task. I skipped in-game time using sleep. We approach another trader in Skadovsk, Ol. He asks to help the mercenaries during the deal. We agree and meet with Morgan and the mercenaries on the territory of the forestry. After the shootout, we get our benefits and go away. And now the fun begins. We'll now meet Morgan at Yaniv station, and after we talk with him, mercenaries will be looking for us at the Jupiter outskirts location. We kill this group and return to Morgan. Morgan is trying to somehow smooth the situation and offer us a machine gun in exchange for our silence. But having gone beyond the Yaniv station, our character will soon again find a group of mercenaries who will try to eliminate him. Again, we go to Morgan with claims. He complains that the mercenaries are absolutely worthless, since they could not eliminate the main character. Now Morgan promises to give us the coordinates of the duty supply cache. To do this, we must approach the construction trailers at the quarry. Here Morgan and the mercenaries set up a final ambush on us. After the firefight, we can pick up Morgan's PDA and search the cache. I remind you that if you go through these quests on the side of loners, Morgan will be killed during the assault on the hangar along with all the accomplices, and accordingly there will be no storyline with him in the future. It is interesting when the game can be multifaceted and designed for different role-playing and different preferences of the player, without limiting him in his choice of actions. For example, in the mission where Grizzly and Torba are asked for free their friend Mitai from the captivity of bandits, we have several options for passing. We can agree with the Grizzly and offer to storm the base of bandits with stalkers, who will be paid for this operation. We can go and try to pay the ransom ourselves, as Torba suggests. But the most reckless option is to storm the base alone, provided that all the payment goes to us. Moreover, players who try to pass the game in the strangest ways angered the mutants, ran to the base of bandits and turned them against each other. This is an extremely dreary and unjustified path of passage, which is worth the whole challenge, but it also has a place to be. If the ending of the game depends on the role-playing and the whole playthrough affects it, and not just the key choice in the final mission, then this is a great opportunity to try out a lot of new paths through the game. The main thing is that the game should be well tailored for variability and be flexible for the player. Indeed, in a corridor shooter with a linear plot, where any step to the side will cause the mission to fail or crash the game, you won't play like that. Explore games, try them, test them for the strength, and do not be afraid to go beyond your limits.